Hello, hello, my beautiful butterflies. Hi, Linda. Welcome, welcome, everyone. How is everyone doing? It's July already. Can you believe it? We're starting off with a new theme today. We're kicking off with a new theme. So we have lots to do today. We have a new A Layer a Day challenge theme, a new challenge, of course, because it's Saturday. We have a new name to pick for the winner of the A Layer a Day one-on-one. So every time you post your finalized spread within the form, which is only visible to the butterflies, your name goes into the jar, which I have right there. And then at the start of a new theme, at the start of a new month, I pick a name of the winner of the one-on-one A Layer a Day, which is a 30-minute live one-on-one with me, where we do just about anything and everything art channeling related that the winner would like us to do. So we can do some technical stuff, or we can talk about the content of a spread, feedback of a spread, going towards art therapy if that is what the person wants. Well, we cannot do obviously an art therapy session in 30 minutes, but we can do something that goes in that direction, talking about an existing spread or a new one. And as it is the start of a new month, today I also have a little demo ready for you. So I think that now those who wanted to join are actually live with us. Hello, Ruth. Hello, Linda, Trude, Lotta, Linda, Abby. Welcome, 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 everyone, to this new A Layer a Day challenge. Time to kick it off. Hello, my lovely butterfly. We can only officially kick it off when I do that. Hello, my lovely butterfly. Welcome to this new A Layer a Day challenge. We are on week 26 of this A Layer a Day challenge, which will run from today. And as we are live, I have to peek for the date. We are July 2nd, so this challenge will run from today, July 2nd, until July 9th. Last month was very, very interesting. Oh my God, that last week, picture time, for those who have been with us for the past 5 years, to see the evolution in your spreads with your actual photos in there. What a change compared to the first year that we did that. Now, if you're new to the challenge and this is intimidating, trust me, it was just intimidating for us as it is for you now. When we started this challenge 5 years ago and we did this first picture time challenge, the pictures were not as clear as they are this year. It was like a lot of let's hide everything into the background, especially our picture. While now those pictures, they were out there, and that really made my heart sing, and it really made me think of this month's challenge, because I felt a sense of freedom, of freedom to, of freedom of all the shame, the embarrassment, the all the things that you can convince yourself not to use your own picture in your own art journal. I mean, it's your art journal. What is so problematic? And trust me, I was there just with you in thinking, oh my God, I have to use my own picture here. But the reason that we did that was a very good one. And well, what a change, what an evolution, what a sense of freedom. And the reason that I went that way is because freedom is our theme this month. Ta-da! Okay, I gave the drum roll after the, the announcement of the new theme, just as well. Okay, yes, freedom. That is what we will be working on. Now, this might sound easier than it will be, but we're kicking it off very, very easily. And I wanted to kick it off thinking of our American butterflies and giving them, like, putting them a bit of on a pedestal this month, celebrating with them Independence Day. Well, we're just gonna celebrate independence this first week of freedom. because those two are so interconnected. I'm staying with last month connections. Freedom and independence, they're so related. You need some independence to have freedom. And it brings you freedom to have some independence. So we are starting with independence to celebrate together with our American butterflies, but also because it is so important to us all. And I wanted to ask, what does independence mean for you? How does it manifest in your life? How do you feel you are actually independent? How does that work? What is coming from where? Just to have a little look at it. And it doesn't mean, this is not like some intense, deep soul searching. It is still creative soul searching. We are still creative soul searching here. But in a fun kind of way. How does your independence manifest? Does that mean like drinking your tea and coffee whenever you feel like it in the morning? Not having to take care of the kids first, the dogs first, the fish first, my chickens first. I think of my chickens because that happens very often before actually having something in the morning. So how does your independence manifest for you? But of course, it can be so much more deeper and meaningful than just the freedom of taking your tea or coffee whenever it is you feel like it in the morning. Independence, that is what we are starting with in our new theme of freedom. Now, that's it. That's it for the challenge that we're kicking off for now. And before I head over to our little demo, let me just put this on the side. I have my little jar of names of all the peeps who posted their spread last week. And they might seem way less than last month. That's just because I folded them properly this time. Last month they were all like intricate in one another. This time they're really like all fold. So I'm going to flip the camera and then see who is the winner of the one-on-one this. Oh, they're going all into they're so interconnected. Well, that is how we roll in this community, don't we? So let's pick one. You can see me on the second camera. I am not looking, and I'm going to go with the one that's like in there, like all the way in there, which is this one. Trude! Trude is the winner of the one-on-one a layer a day this month. Trude, I'm looking forward to spending some time one-on-one with you. I know we're used to doing it because we do it on a regular basis, but this time it's gonna be an extra festive one. So congratulations, Trude, and congratulations to all the butterflies who participated in last month a layer a day on such a regular basis, posting their spread like every week on the forum. Okay, so I don't have much ready on this spread. The only thing that I did, because I know what I want to do, is that I put down some washi tape and I applied a little bit of fresco finish snowflake on top of it to give it a little bit more grip for the inks that I'm going to use, because I'm going to do the same thing on the left and on the right side, but I prepared two different kind of inks, and I'm going to do the exact same thing just to show the importance of picking the right ink when you are starting, because these are Liquitex ink. These are acrylic inks. So it's fluid, it's completely fluid, but it's acrylic based, which means that it is non-water reactive once that it's dried. Once that it's dried, it's just like acrylic paint. It will hardly react, if it reacts, when you continue to work on top of it. On the other side, I feel like this is, on a box ring. And on the opposite corner, we have the Colorex. Now, I love both inks equally. They just have a completely different function. These are watercolor inks, so they are completely water reactive, and even once they are on the paper, they continue to react to the ink. Now, before I start doing this, I have this. I have my apron. You don't see me put that on very often, But today I am putting it on. Here we go. Just like so, no need to tie it. I just want to protect myself, especially from the Liquitex ink, because once it's on your clothes, it's on your clothes. And I'm not ready for that today. Okay, I'm going to start with one side, spray some water. There we go, yada yada yada. Now, prep some inks, and I don't want to do this on my table because as it is no longer water reactive once it's dry, I don't want my table to be like all colorized, so I'm not going to do it directly on the surface. Ooh, this one hasn't been used in a while. There we go. And I'm gonna add a bit of blue because, well, green is a little bit too green for me. I'm gonna add some more water here. There we go, and now just the left side. Whoop. Like so. More than enough. That's already very, very intense. Let's lift some of that up because I still need some of that white to peek through. Like this. Let's put it down. And just to spend a little bit less time drying, I'm just gonna continue to lift. And now this can dry by itself while we do the same thing on the other side. But this time I'm gonna use the Colorix. Now I don't have the exact same colors, but you will see that these, because these are watercolor colors, they will look way softer once diluted. So exact same thing, water. These can go directly on the table. Yep. And some blue. Ooh, it's more blue on this side apparently. Let's mix it up a little bit more. And now let's just do the same thing. There we go. Ooh, it's blue. It turned out completely blue. There we go. It's the choice of the inks. You know what? I'm gonna add a bit more green to it just to add a little bit more dimension. Just so that they have the same fighting chance, because they have two colors. They are allowed to two colors too. Some of that green again. Et voila. Well, the blue still wins, but hey, we gave it a fair chance, right? Why am I saying we? It's just me. What is it with YouTubers saying that we are doing this? No, I am doing this. Ooh, that's already a very nice start. Let's very quickly heat set this, and yeah, I colorized my hand with it. And for those who are new to art journaling, specifically working in an art journal, they might be like, "You colorized your entire book." Yes, and you know what? It's okay. What I wouldn't want to have is, and that is why I applied this, to have the ink seep in the middle of the journal and start colorizing the spreads that I've already made from the center. If it's a little, it's okay, but this could have been a lot because it was a lot of water and ink. So we could have had a lot going on here. I picked one of my stencils. This is the PS 259. Now I have this one, and I'm going to start again on the left side, again with the Liquitex ink. gonna put these on the left side so that I don't mix everything up. And so that I know that I have my Liquitex colors on the same side as the paper. Now, where is my, here it is, brush pen. Come on, let go of your lid, thank you. Just activating the brush by pushing some water to. This one, I've had it since at least 10 years. These are the exact same ones that I sell in the shop. I've had it since at least 10 years and it's still working just perfectly. These will go, I think, a lifetime if you allow them to. Let's start with the lightest color and add a bit of water to it. And I'm just very roughly going to follow this. I don't need it to be like super precise because I'm going to cheat. I mean, I need to make this easy and pleasurable. If I'm not cheating, it might not be all that pleasurable because I would have to be too precise. And I can intensify the color a little bit by pressing less on my brush so that I have less water with it and more of the actual ink. And I'm going to change the color intensity even more by lifting some of this and adding some more. Okay, good enough. Let's do a second one. Quickly going to wipe a little bit. I mean, it's not because it's a demo that we cannot at least make it a little bit pretty, right? Like so. Oh, I'm on the wrong page. I cannot see your comments anymore. Here we are. Oh, there we go. Now I can see you. Is it the France Papillon apron? Oh my God, if only. Would you like a France Papillon apron? Ruth, would you like that? Is that something that is missing in your stash? Okay. Again, let's lift just a little to create a little bit of intensity difference. And there we go. That's the first one. And at this point, you might be like, okay, you could have made a little bit more of an effort to have it actually look like the stencil shape. Don't worry, we're going to correct that later on. We're watching you doing it. Thank you, Ruth, for correcting me on the wee thing. So I saw the question of which colors I am using. So in the Liquitex ink, I'm using Quinacridone Magenta. And I am using Deep Violet. And I think that Deep Violet is probably one of my favorite colors in the Liquitex ink range. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So you need an apron. Okay, well, I'll have a little meeting with myself and see if there's something we can do. So if you want the name of the colors in the Colorex, this one is Bougainvillea, and please don't ask me how to pronounce it in English. Now this one is actually almost empty. That's what you get when you always work with your same and favorite colors. Luckily, we don't need much. And the second one I'm using is prune, or plum, sorry, in English. Let's vote. Who wants an apron? Okay. You guys are amazing. So I did the same thing this time. I dropped the colors on the right just to make it easier on myself so that I don't make any mix-up things here. I do actually want one nicely centered here, so let's do that. Adding a tiny bit of water. This is, after all, a watercolor. And here we go. Ooh, look at that. Now, what is happening is my color is not looking like my color because it is reactivating the color underneath. Can you see that? Can you see what's happening here? It is reactivating the background color, and it's mixing in there. And then you get this color grade and variation that you don't get here because it's not picking up the background ink. It's not reactivating it. Oh my god, this is like, ooh. Hello, beautiful color. Picking it up a tiny bit, again, trying to create more color variation, and you can see immediately that on this side, when I do pick it up, you really have, like, I only use 2 colors, and yet in here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors, even if I only used 2. Now let's do a little repeat of this. Let's clean this a little bit. And let's add a small one up here. Don't pick the wrong colors, use your brain. And again, this is going to reactivate. So of course, it's making it easier that I'm using a water brush so that I have water directly to reactivate that background color. But this is making it so interesting. So I am actually cleaning my water brush in between. Again, adding some water to it. This is glorious. This is really making me happy. And again, let's lift a little here and there just to create, just to create some more color variation. And that stencil, thank you. Thank you so much. And just for fun, because now we have 4, I cannot live with 4. That is not okay for me. I cannot do with 4. I need at least the tip of a 5th one to, I mean, we cannot have an even number, right? You all understand what I mean. That is so not okay. And I'm just gonna use, and again, I have a different color because at this bottom, I barely have any color underneath from the background. So I actually have the color that I'm using. So again, it looks completely different, and I'm not even gonna dip in that other color because this is looking so glorious that I don't want to. And again, I have another color because of the reaction with the background. Just look at that. Woohoo! So for those who think that I have to do an effort into pretending that I'm enthusiastic about what's going on here, I am enthusiastic about what's going on here because I love that color. It is just making me happy. So this is what I meant with, it's important to choose the right color for what you want to do. And you might have thought when I started, oh my God, that is one of the dogs, sorry. You might have thought that using the Liquitex ink, which would not be water reactive, would be better for this. It depends on the effect that you want to achieve. If you really want to go for a very, very soft background where there's like not too much going on, obviously you have to go for the Liquitex because it is keeping the colors that you actually picked, that you actually went for. If you want to have this already stand out from the spread and really shine all by itself because you don't want to do much more to it, then you do need an ink that will have vibrancy to itself because of all the gradients that it will create just by reacting with whatever is already on the paper. I think we are being sabotaged by the universe with outside noise. I'm very sorry for that. So depending on what you want to have, if you want to have something soft, something muted that can really stay in the background, go for non-water reactive. If you want to have something that is really vibrant already by itself, go for water reactive. There you go. Now, I promised you that I would make this look better than it's looking now. And it's actually very, very simple to do. The only rule is that I need this to be dry before I go in with the next step. And of course my paper is curling. Again, if you are new to journaling in an art journaling, this might be one of those cringing moments. What is happening? How am I supposed to work with this? Well, in the world of paper, you are God. You just use a crocodile clip and it will just stay in place. There we go. And when it has been closed for a little while, it would just stay like that. So, a pen. Let's pick this one. Now I'm going to retrace this with my pen, and the first time I'm going to be more or less, oh, I'm a little bit too low. That's okay, let's just start over. More or less trying to follow that shape. Oh, I said try to follow that shape. Apparently my hand and my brain were not agreeing on the assignment. Like so. Now I have something that is going in the direction of. And now I can start to make this a little bit more interesting. And just by adding some details, I can make it even more interesting. Let's do that again. And again, you will see that now, depending on if you want it to be in the background or in the foreground, doing this will again change the entire feel of the spread. Like so, and then again, just adding some extra lines, just to show that what you did with the ink was actually done on purpose, even if it wasn't. And now over here, same thing. Well, you get the gist of what I'm doing, right? Let's just finish this so that we finish on a finished note. I cannot leave it like just like that. Even if I don't finish the entire spread, that is one thing. I still want it to look like something that could be okay. And now here. So, which one do you like best? Do you prefer the Liquitex version, which is the left side, or do you prefer the Colorex version? Who's the winner here? Which side is winning? Do you prefer the effect of the water reactive side being the Colorex side, the right side, or do you prefer the softer side, the not water reactive one, being the Liquitex ink one? Right side, Colorex. Ooh. Okay, we already have 3 votes, and Colorex is winning. Anyone for Liquitex? No one? Oh, no computer. Depends on the effect you're after. Exactly, Lotta. Like so. And now you can take some freedom in doodling, which is so much fun to do. I'm actually having a great time doing this. I hope you're enjoying watching it. I am having a great time doing this. And this gives you an idea of how I actually draw my stamps, because on my designs there's always a lot of lines, and this is actually how I do them. There you go. Now you have seen it all. That's it. The difference between water reactive and not water reactive, and the importance of choosing the right one depending on the effect you want to go after. Voila, we have a half spread done. And I'm saying half spread because, of course, this needs a little bit more work to it. I need to take it home, as I always say, like add some stuff to it. Well, sold to the lady in the back. That is so Celia. I love that. I love it so much. Thank you, Celia. Thank you for your enthusiasm. There we go. That's it. That is all I had for you today. I need to go back here so that I can actually see what it is you're saying. So that was the little demo moment of this month. Trude, I am looking forward to spend some time with you. I'm looking forward to all of your spreads about independence, which is this week's new challenge in the theme of freedom. Throughout the entire month of July, we will be working around freedom. If you're one of my members, remember we're hanging out tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Central European Time. If you're not one of my members just yet, feel free to join. All the butterflies will welcome you, me included, with open arms, because that is how we roll. We roll just in the same way as we roll on the A Layer a Day challenge. There's not much difference between what we do on the forum and what it is you see. No, between what we do in the Hangouts and what it is you see on the forum. That's it. July is here already. Bring on your freedom and independence spread. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Looking forward to all of your spreads on the forum. Meanwhile, don't forget to put down a layer a day in a mindful way. Butterfly kisses.